I don't think DJ's tractor can keep up with us.
Sure. Is there a boost on this? Like...
Oh no, nuts! Oh my god!
No, we were 100.
Oh my god, no!
Oh, it's right here. Oh no.
Getting fucking flashbacks of PUBG, man.
Oh, who is this? Thing I'm flying. Oh god.
Battlefield 5 released 4 months ago. However, yesterday was the release of Firestorm, the Battle Royale mode that supposedly is one of the main reasons that EA thinks the game was a disappointment, which is a laughable piece of analysis when you can just take a glance at the marketing trailers like the dislike bars on YouTube. History aside, now that it's finally here, how does it stack up against the other games of the same genre? To be completely reductionist, it's better than PUBG and Blackout, but not as good as Fortnite or Apex Legends. However, has some great new ideas to put its own stamp on the Battle Royale genre. It looks awesome from where Coots is at right now.
Holy fuck! You just see that?
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Dude, that looks sick in the horizon, does it not?
Yeah, it looks pretty fucking sick. The map itself is really stunning. The map itself looks amazing, and the fact that the circle is already started on the map when you jump out of the plane means that you'll probably get different experiences every time you play it. Sure, the map overall is pretty big, 10 times the size of Hamada we keep getting drilled with, and although there are only a few named locations on the map, there's plenty of compounds in between scattered around to find loot in, and sometimes this means that you won't have an initial gun rush against another team, even if you land in one of those named locations, so the game relies much more on skill than RNG. Although, unlike in other Battle Royale games, there isn't a very high skill ceiling due to the gunplay being so smooth and a lack of a specialized skill such as building in Fortnite or legend abilities and mobility in Apex Legends or the realistic gunplay mechanics of PUBG, so it's a much more casual Battle Royale experience. The audio in the mode is amazing and you can hear gunfire and vehicle movement from a decent distance away, so more aggressive teams can definitely push the fight. Also, as another way of forcing people together, there's new concepts like capturing objective areas similar to Conquest, where you can see if enemies are capturing the objective or conversely they can see you capturing it, as well as the vehicle bunkers that make Brick Tamerlan loud noises when opening them for that reward of cool beepity bops for putting yourself at risk. Just be aware of the black circle on your minimap when calling in one of those rewards, aka an artillery strike.
Wow, he just wrecked my armor.
Artillery flare coming in. Artillery is bashing the fucking vehicle.
Or someone.
Oh no! I do wish the weapon crates and safes were more visually differentiated from the other random objects in the map like boxes and stoves so that they stick out more, because I ran right past several of these, which if more visible will actually ramp up the risk reward for the higher tiered loot, causing people to try and fight over said objective, as well as if the supply drops were bigger or the flare was brighter and more visible from a greater distance, because there were many times my crew would just stumble upon them because if a tree falls in the forest and nobody is around, no, it doesn't make a sound. Having all of these different hot zones throughout the map keeps pushing the pace faster and keeps people clustering in spite of the aforementioned big map size with just 64 players. I know when people hear there's tanks and other vehicles in a Battle Royale game, it automatically sends out red flags because of balance issues, but there's more than enough anti-vehicle measures with gadgets that you can carry, thus most people are basically assault players, so it's not hard to take down most tanks except for the big fuck off ones if you're in a squad. And for solo modes, most of the vehicles require a standalone driver and another person to use the weaponry, so if you only have one person in the vehicle for solos, you're gonna have to pick and choose between movement and shooting, which means you're either a sitting duck or gonna have to try and roadkill people. Additionally, like a good captain, you go down with the ship, so to speak, meaning if the vehicle that you're in is destroyed, you are instantly killed, no bleed out screen, you can't be revived, much like in multiplayer, thus increasing the risk of being in a tank.
It's a big ass tank!
Where?
Oh, fuck, yeah. I have nothing to deal with this, bro.
There's some things. I hit it once. Is it dead? Is that... It died.
The time to kill is similar to the multiplayer, although it's slightly longer because of the increased base health from 100 to 150, along with armor that can ShamWow absorb up to 150 more. It's much faster than any other BR game, save for maybe PUBG or Fortnite if you had no building mechanic, but it's refreshing to not dump tons of bullets into people and have them still walk away, like in Blackout with the infamous dink, 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 like we're one of the Jawas and Spaceballs, or even Apex Legends, but at least in the latter game, that's due to mobility more than anything else playing a part in the time to kill. The converse of this, however, is that it seems that there are a lot more campers in this mode than in other Battle Royale games, especially at the end of a game. In more than half of the games that my squad won, the last fight was just us going around using explosives on buildings to flush out campers hiding in them, akin to Jehovah's Witnesses going around to knock on doors to annoy the shit out of people, which the destruction is another awesome new aspect of taking away cover. But like I said, when you die so quickly, you tend to be more cautious, and it's definitely evident in spite of all the aspects that try to force an action. This is fucking boring.
Hello.
Why do people do this, man? This is not the ending that I died for.
Just sure you go, we should. Just,
Oh, here he
it's
is.
a bit-
There it is.
Look at that! That was worth it, wasn't it? You fucking reject!
The zoning mechanic that pushes players together is also an actual threat, unlike the majority of other Battle Royale offerings. It's very difficult to see what's going on in front of you. It deals significant damage even in the first collapse, with it getting much worse over time, along with having loud audio cues since it's destroying buildings and all other shit in its path. So there's many reasons why you don't normally find people hanging out in the zone, waiting to shoot others from behind like a porno star, like in other Battle Royale games, or the circle is more a psychological impediment than an actual detriment. Oh my god, nuts! Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Barbecue time. Who wants some fucking crispy nuts? In a twist of symbolism, things aren't all rainbows though after the Firestorm, as the #1 issue with the game, which has already been acknowledged and is being worked on, is the looting or scavenging system in this game. Holy shit, it's bad. It's the worst in any Battle Royale game I've ever played, in fact. Similar to Fortnite or Call of Duty Online's Battle Royale or Radical Heights, when killed, players' items just spew out of them in a circular fashion. However, the icons sometimes overlap, whereby the item that you actually want, most likely ammo or meds and armor, you'll need to have pinpoint precision to pick up if they end up landing on top of something else, which most likely will happen given the gradient of terrain involved here.
Do you see me at the window being all sad?
Oh, come on, dude. I want this fucking MG ammo. No, I want the MG ammo. Please, for the love of God, game. Spread that shit out more, and also have bigger pop-up text icons for the items that you're looking at so you're not staring at the goddamn ground the whole time. Take some cues from Apex Legends and have big giant red not signs over things you can't pick up because you maxed out on that type of ammo or gadget. You don't know how many times I was spamming the fucking button only to realize, hey, I can't carry any more ammo. The UI for your inventory is also very unintuitive and takes some practice to get used to how it all works. It's unclear that you can only hold 4 of 6 different ammo types unless you've been burnt by changing multiple weapons during battle, along with swapping gadgets in and out is cumbersome on PC. I can't imagine how supercalifragilisticexpialidocious it is on console. Mapping 2 of a possible 6 gadgets to the keybinds 3 and 4, with swapping unused gadgets to a usable slot, actually takes 3 button pushes, first tab and then 2 mouse clicks, when what it should be is just pressing the gadget button multiple times should automatically start cycling through the backlog of gadgets, similar to how PUBG does it with grenades by pressing 5 repeatedly.
The gun, like, look at that sight.
Oh, this aperture, yeah, this thing's awful. While I do think the different rarities of weapons scaling to be better than just a base weapon is a good idea to not have to deal with trying to scavenge or find attachments to mess around with, the implementation isn't ideal in this game. Instead of having the devs decide what attachments and specializations go with a certain variety of weapons, such that I have to go look at a fucking blog post buried underneath a news article to figure out what the fuck is on the weapon that I'm actually picking up, why not reuse the stupid over-designed UI that is the company menu that actually allows for loadout building between matches in order to build your Firestorm specific rarity builds. For example, common items won't be able to be altered since they're attachment and specialization free. The rare items you'll get to decide on the sight from a subset of all the weapon sights, like for example, on snipers only a mid-range scope can be applied, or on rifles only a lens sight, with the choice of 2 of the 8 specializations, and then on the epic versions you could be able to pick any scope, so longer range on snipers or any sight that you want on your rifles and LMGs, and have 4 of 8 specializations so that you can then tailor the weapon to how you want to play instead of just skipping over the rare gewehr, hey, that rhymed, because the sight looks like a fucking female masturbatory device.
Oh, that's Brian. It's fucking red, your marker, so I thought you were an enemy.
They're in the shed right here, I think. Yep, they're in the shed right next to me. One is down.
Right.
I'm in an animation that's staring at the fucking ground, apparently.
Well.
Awesome. There's so many fucking goddamn animations in this game that I can't even go down right away. There's got to be this whole fucking song and dance of me staring at the fucking ground before I can crawl out of the fucking way. Who the fuck designed this fucking game? Have they ever played a battle royale before? The fuck's wrong with them? These goddamn over-designed animations also infest the Battle Royale mode with the down state, which is just plain clunky. Being able to shoot with a pistol when down gave me PTSD-esque flashbacks of Final Stand from Call of Duty, but since it takes you several seconds to settle once you're down, even if you have a pistol in which the accuracy goes to shit because you're shaking like Michael J. Fox when you try and aim it, this unique feature is almost fucking useless. I'd rather have a shorter down animation so that I can crawl to safety faster, especially with how little health that you have in that state compared to the normal state, and have it take longer to pull out the pistol initially such that you don't have many people trying to insta-BM you when you go down, especially without the ability to respawn, which, given the fact that there's a mechanic in multiplayer to revive dead players, is a huge oversight. The syringe should additionally be able to be used in order to bring back a thirsted teammate along with its current use of insta-picking up a downed player, or the health of the downed player needs to be increased such that it's not so easy to kill them. This is an issue we've seen with Blackout where you could just one-hit melee a downed person and it's still one in Firestorm. Also in spectating, why the fuck is it in third person? I understand that there's some copy paste for multiplayer and on the spawning screen you only have that third person view, but you can first person spectate in this game using the join as a spectator feature, and having spectating in this manner is completely fucking useless because you can't see where your teammates are looking or even shooting at. They've already said they will address this and I'm glad that that's happening. The only other minor complaint that I have is with the ending being extremely anticlimactic, as the game can be intense with squad work being used to outplay or outflank teams, or something like this clip where I blow up a tank that the last player was using and then kill them when they jump out, only to be greeted with a level up type splash on the screen with no fanfare involved. Let's have some audio cue or a bigger pop to let you know that V stands for victory. Where is the tank? There it is.
I don't know if bullets work. It seems as if they do not.
Tank is dead. Guy jumped out. He's on me. Got him.
Well done. Well
Woo!
done,
Wait, what?
Oh, we won.
Did we?
That was it.
We
I
won!
just got V for victory. Hey.
Yeah!
Yay!
Woo!
That was
Anticlimactic as shit.
Yeah.
The live service model has been an abject failure thus far for Battlefield 5, which is what I was afraid of back when the initial roadmap was released. Link in the description in case you missed it. Plus, the recent disappointment of the 2019 one. However, right now is a great time to pick up the game, especially since it's 50% off and has had most of its issues ironed out, and some of the content has actually been filled out now with Firestorm available. I probably won't be playing solos in the game, and duos is coming soon, Dice's favorite phrase, but overall the Battle Royale mode is a great addition to an already great game in spite of the devs constantly shooting themselves in the foot by half-assing new items and creating controversies where there didn't need to be. However, I don't think that it will compel enough people beyond the initial rush of players coming back from the stale multiplayer if they got it on launch and the honeymoon phase, because it's behind a paywall and won't be free to play, quote, at the moment, according to Criterion. Thus, there's a bigger barrier to entry versus other games like Apex Legends and Fortnite, even if Firestorm is superior, which it isn't. Every Battle Royale game that's got a price point barrier to entry, besides PUBG since it was the first and de facto standard, along with other games that have other content besides Battle Royale, in the case of Black Ops 4, have miserably failed. Islands of Nine, Fractured Lands, Dying Light, Bad Blood, Totally Accurate Battlegrounds, Mavericks Proving Grounds, they're all fucking ghost towns, which essentially means that in a game that's multiplayer only and requires many players to actually play, they're completely dead. This also means that while Firestorm is the sandbox that has been missing from Battlefield games since Battlefield 4, it will also remain more of a niche offering since the install base shrinks behind that paywall. The combination of Battlefield 5's multiplayer and Firestorm, however, is definitely worth the $30 that it is currently asking, or if you just want to drop $5 for a 10-hour trial on EA or Origin Access. Have you played the game, and what do you think? Let me know down below. I've been the Schwantz27, out like the Lakers' playoff hopes. Until next time. In order to get the tank out, you need to open both the doors, the left and the right door.
Oh, really? There's only one door here?
Yeah, there's two doors. You have to open both of them.
This is where the Germans lost the war. Freaking two guys opening the freaking door.